just for the sake of time, we're going to go ahead and get started. My name is Jane. I currently serve as one of the members at large on the board of directors. This evening, I'm also joined by Chrissy Kim, who is also a current member at large, and Brandon Jennings, who is our executive director. Brandon, do you want to say a few words? I know you have to pop off a little early. Just say hi. Anything you want to say?
Hello, everyone. To all of our candidates, thank you. Thanks for taking part in this process. Thanks for your interest in the position. Can't wait to work with you all. For those that the election turns out the way that you would like, can't wait to work with you in the board position. For those that it doesn't turn out the way that you want, please take advantage of other opportunities within the organization, because we have tons of big L and little L leadership and participation throughout the society. So hopefully, regardless of how things turn out at the end of next week, we still have a chance to collaborate. So thank you all.
Great. Thanks so much, Brandon. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Again, welcome to our 2025 Meet the Candidate session. We're very excited you're here, and we hope that this meeting will give you an opportunity to really get to know our candidates on a little bit more of a personal level before our big House of Delegates next week. So tonight's agenda is pretty straightforward, so welcome. I think we can check that one off the list. The first session is going to be an introduction with our candidates. We have a fun little icebreaker that they're going to answer for us. And we've changed it up a little bit from last year. So what we're going to do this year is, after our candidates introduce themselves and talk a little bit about why they want these positions and why they're interested in getting more involved in PLS on a national level, we're going to put our candidates into breakout rooms. And then all of our members, whether you're a chapter president or a chapter advisor or a member of a local chapter, you'll have the opportunity to flip from break room to break room to speak with all of the candidates. You can take as much or as little time as you want. We have until 8 o'clock, so there's plenty of time for you to really get to know people. If you open up the chat, you'll see that we've linked a Google Doc, which is just a list of some recommended questions that we came up with. Please feel free to use this. If you have questions of your own that you've thought of that you want to ask, please do that too. Whenever you're done in the breakout rooms, just pop back into this main session so Chrissy and I can get you checked out. If you have any questions or run into any issues, please don't hesitate to let us know. We will be here the whole time. So the big moment, our slate for the 2025-2026 Board of Directors. For President-elect, we have Dr. Aaron Ballantyne. For Speaker of the House, we have Addison Hopas and Cami Fleming. We have 6 people going for member at large. So we have Ashley Green, Haley Nicholas, Madison Shotton, Melissa Growney, Noah Burkett, and Quanchal Vinson. And again, thank you to all of our candidates. We're very excited you've gone through this process. We feel like we have a really great group of people this year who are really passionate about serving PLS. So I'm excited to hand off my position to the next generation of members at large and also potentially Speaker of the House. All right, so for our candidates, I'm going to give you a moment, but our icebreaker for this evening that you're going to answer for us is, if you could create a Ben & Jerry's ice cream flavor, what would be in it, and then what would you call it? So I'll give you a moment to think about that. Also, what we're going to do is we're going to go candidate by candidate. Just give us a brief introduction, your name if you're a student, what school and year are you, what position you're applying for, and then just maybe a few sentences. Why are you applying to be a member of the National Board of Directors, or why are you pursuing the role that you're being slated for? I'll call on you one-on-one, so you don't really need to just jump in whenever. Okay, are all of our candidates ready to go? Okay, you guys look really excited to be here, so this is fun. All right, so we are going to start with our candidate for President-elect, who is Aaron Ballantyne. I'll pass it over to you.
All right, thanks so much, Jane. Well, hello, everybody. Very nice to meet you. My name is Aaron Ballantyne. To give a little bit of background, I graduated in 2022 from Cedarville University, which was the Delta Upsilon chapter of PLS. I had the opportunity to serve as national member at large my final year of pharmacy school, and really enjoyed that with PLS. Grew a lot in that year and had a lot of great leaders surrounding me. And so one of the reasons that I'm coming back here is because I know that for myself, I grew a lot when I was a member of this board several years ago, and I'm excited to continue to learn that role. But more specifically, some of the goals that I have for running for the president-elect position is to really look at that opportunity that we have for this organization and strengthening that transition from student collegiate member to professional member, and continuing to strengthen the bonds and the opportunities we have there. And I think as a new practitioner myself, I kind of stand in a nice pivotal place to be able to do that and to have a voice there. Do I answer my Ben & Jerry's question here now? Jane?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We want to
I'm
hear it.
still, yeah, it's a really good question. I'm still thinking of the name, but I am from Baltimore and I love Baltimore. All things Baltimore. We have really good seafood. We have really good orange crushes. And so it'd be some kind of combination of Baltimore. Old Bay, we'd get that in there. So I'm still working on the name, but some sort of Baltimore conglomeration would be great.
I don't think they have an Old Bay flavored ice cream quite yet, so you are the first for sure. All right. Thanks so much, Erin. I appreciate it. All right. So moving on to our Speaker of the House candidates. Let's start with Miss Addison. Why don't you go first?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. My name is Addison Hoppus. I'm from the University of Kansas, and as you can see on the slide, I am a candidate for the Speaker of the House position. I am applying for this just because PLS has done so much for me throughout pharmacy school and really developed me as a leader. So I would love to give back and be a resource for other students out there among the local chapters who are more interested in getting involved at the national level. As far as my ice cream Ben and Jerry's flavor would go, I love both raspberry cheesecake ice cream and blueberry cheesecake ice cream. So I would create like a duo ice cream with like how they have the split. I don't know what the term is, but it would be duo berry cheesecake ice cream.
You thought of like a funny name for it, or I know I didn't give you all a lot of time, so it's okay. If not, I won't hold
Not
anything
really.
against you. But that does sound delicious, though. All right. Thanks, Addison. I appreciate it. All right, Cami, you're up next.
Hi, everyone. Nice to see everyone who came on tonight. My name is Cami Fleming, and I'm a P3 at the University of Cincinnati. I'm super excited to be here and to be running for National Speaker of the House. My initial love for PLS started last year when I was inducted into my local chapter, and I've served as my secretary since then, where I've got to really work with the e-board, and we have our induction ceremony this Sunday, so I'm excited to see it all come together. That motivated me to get involved on a more deeper level where I applied to be a regional liaison, and I got accepted to be Region G, which includes Florida, South Carolina, Georgia, and also Puerto Rico. So I've got to work with the chapter presidents each month and really just connect with them and learn about their struggles and their successes and really just give them the resources to make sure that they get the best out of Phi Lambda Sigma. And I've also got to spend my months with Janie and Chrissy, the members at large, where I've really got to learn a lot more about this organization. We've had a lot of guest speakers come on, and that ultimately got me motivated to be involved with the Leader Academy with PLS, where I've got to spend every other week with Dr. Jennings and learn not only a lot about myself, but about the personality and why other people's might not think the same way I do. So I've really grown in my emotional intelligence. So being a secretary, a Leader Academy graduate, and also a regional liaison has really inspired me to run for this position. And I'm running so I can really have a larger voice when it comes to pharmacy leadership and just really inspiring the next generation of leaders. Really plan to grow and dive deep into the mission and strategic plan. I'm really eager to get involved with policy and really just pushing this organization forward. And I'm super excited to be here, and thank you. And I guess for my ice cream, it would have to be something peanut butter. I love everything peanut butter, so like some Reese's, some peanut butter pretzels, some anything peanut butter. And I don't really know a name, probably like Code PB or something. I don't know. Thank
Right.
you.
Thanks, Cami. I appreciate it. All right. Thank you, Addison and Cami. Again, those are our candidates for Speaker of the House. Thank you, ladies. All right. And then next, we're going to move on to our member at large candidates. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with Miss Madison. Why don't you take us away?
Hi, thanks, Jane. Like she said, my name is Madison. I'm from the University of Kansas as well, and I'm really excited to be running for the member at large position. Similar to what both Cami and Addison said, I just really have enjoyed my time in PLS. I also just got inducted last year and then ran for my executive board at the school and really enjoyed my position. And I feel like I have definitely gotten the most out of PLS compared to any other organization that I've been involved in. I was also in the Leader Academy this year, and I feel like it just made me grow as a leader more than I ever thought I could in that very short amount of time. So, my goal for my position would just be to share those resources with other people, share my love for PLS, because the only thing I wish I could have done was get involved earlier. So, I'm just hoping to be able to do that for other members at other schools all across the nation. So, very exciting. I'm very excited to be here. And my ice cream flavor, this is gonna sound so simple and boring, but I really just like vanilla ice cream with fresh strawberries in it. It's just like my favorite little comfort thing. I'd probably just call it like berry basic because it's very basic. So yeah, that'd be my Ben and Jerry's ice cream flavor.
Thanks, Madison. Sometimes simplicity is not a bad thing. So that also, everybody sounds delicious so far. All right. Kwan, you are up next, sir.
Hello, everyone. My name is Quan Shaw Vinson, but I go by Quan. I'm from Campbell University down in North Carolina. You probably can tell by my accent, but I am from North Carolina, born and raised. Currently a P3, so I'm almost free, almost a P4, so happy about that. The position that I'm going for is the MAW, the member at large. And so part of that reason of why I became inspired to even go for that position is because I currently serve as the Region J liaison. And so I work very closely with Janie and Chrissy, and I've got a chance to really connect with some of the other chapters. And what I realize is that I have an opportunity to take that passion that I have at my chapter and translate that to other chapters. And so that's something that I've been doing for this year. I am a ball of sunshine. I am always laughing, always smiling. If you see me not smiling, that is scary, but I am always smiling. So I want to take the skills and things that I do as a regional liaison and transfer them to a mall and really just kind of connect and build, connect that bridge between the chapters and nationals. So for my flavor, I actually wrote it down because I think it's a good one. I did a day at the beach. I was going to do North Carolina barbecue, but that did not sound appetizing at all. So I did a day at the beach, and it's cotton candy ice cream with marshmallow and graham cracker pie crust to represent the sand. And that is my day at the beach. So that's my ice cream, and I think they should really market that.
Nice. Thank you, Kwan. I appreciate it. Yes, I can attest that Kwan is always smiling. So we love all of our candidates have had very positive energy, which is good. All right. Sorry, all my slides were stuck for a second. There we go. Okay. Next up is Haley.
Okay, hi everyone. Yeah, my name is Haley, and as you can see, I'm running for member at large. Thanks everyone, as everyone else has said, for hopping on tonight. I'm originally from New Jersey, but I actually go to the University of South Carolina College of Pharmacy, so came on down south to the SEC. In terms of why I want to run for member at large, so unlike a lot of y'all who have spoke before me, I'm just a member. Our chapter advisor, one of them likes to call it a jam for my PLS chapter Zeta. However, I have gotten so much out of PLS being just a jam. That's really translated over to my other leadership roles outside of PLS. And I think that has been like the best thing ever for me as a pharmacy student, and just being able to take what I learn in an organization that homes a bunch of leaders and then bringing that back to my other organizations and even just in my own personal and professional life. And I would love to take the experience that I've had and try to give that back to other chapters. I also am really excited to hopefully get the chance to not only communicate from the bottom up, hearing from like the chapters and students up to the e-board, but all the way back down, communicating what's happening at a national level back down to the chapters. And then when it comes to my ice cream flavor, I'm a huge ice cream person, so this is a great question. Whenever I order ice cream, I always get a scoop of cookie dough and a scoop of coffee, so why not combine the two? And I would probably call it caffeinated cookie. I'm sure everyone, we all probably, I see a lot of nodding heads, we all really like caffeine as pharmacy students. So that would be my flavor.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Haley. Appreciate it. All right. Next up, Mr. Noah.
Hi, everyone. My name is Noah, and I'm a P3 at the Medical University of South Carolina in Charleston. I decided to run for member at large because I currently serve as president of my chapter. And with it, I feel like I have received a lot of mentoring and guidance from advisors, faculty, students that are further along in the program. And I really want to be able to create that same environment for other people in my chapter, even as I continue on into my fourth year, but also create the opportunity for students nationwide that are in Phi Lambda Sigma. I really think that celebrating leadership, and then on the opposite side of the coin, developing leadership. Two things that Phi Lambda Sigma really strives for as part of their mission is really important. And I like to use my connector voice and celebrate and have fun and recognize the people that are trying their best and doing their best and trying to help them guide along to develop. And that's what I feel Phi Lambda Sigma has done for me. So I kind of want to flip my experience around by communicating with regional liaisons, with chapters individually, kind of going from the national board down to the chapters and then the chapters back up to the national board, and be able to just be an open line of communication, and be transparent and try to make the best experience for everyone. So, oh, and my ice cream flavor. My ice cream, ice ice cream is my midnight guilty pleasure. And my favorite thing to do is just like pile whatever I have at home on it. Like any type of chocolate, any type of candy. Like I keep caramel syrup and chocolate syrup and whipped cream. So I would just combine all of it. M&Ms, chocolate swirl, caramel swirl, all of it. And I would just call it Midnight Munchie Madness. So thank you.
Thanks, Noah. That's a great name. I was going to say kitchen sink, but yours is definitely like 100 times better than the kitchen sink. So thank you. All right. Moving on. Melissa, you're up next.
Hi everyone, my name is Melissa. I'm part of the Alpha Zeta chapter at Campbell University with Quan. He and I actually go to school together, which is pretty cool, and I can attest he is a ray of sunshine. I decided to go for the member at large position because I think that leadership can be expanded to beyond just holding a title, right? So it's more about making sure that everyone's voice is heard and creating a space for everyone, so that their voice can be counted as well. And so that's something that inspired me to get involved at the national level. I have been involved at the national level otherwise in the chapter development committee. And working with everyone in those committees is super, super fun. And like, honestly, I know it sounds a little boring, but I really like that organizational kind of task-based stuff. And then also I was in the Brandon's or Dr. Jennings section of the Leadership Academy this past year as well, which was great. And so I'm really honored to be on the ballot for member at large position, and I want to be able to express how much PLS has shaped my professional goals, and it's just something that's been really important to me in the last year or so too as well. So as far as my ice cream flavor goes, I don't really know. I was thinking about it a little bit, and the only name that really comes to mind is like, because I really like dark chocolate, it would be like dark chocolate base with like some pretzels and like maybe marshmallow swirl. I think this probably already exists, and like some like maybe potato chips or something. I really like weird toppings on my ice cream, which is really strange. And then the only name that I can think of is Deep Space Nine for some reason, because I've been watching a lot of Star Trek lately. But that's it. Thank you.
Thanks, Melissa. That's a great name. I like it. All right. And last but certainly not least, we have Miss Ashley Green.
Hello, you guys. Are y'all able to hear me? Hello?
Yes, sorry, you're good. I was thumbsing up, but then I didn't know if you could
Okay.
actually see it.
Sorry, you're fine. I have my phone connected to my Zoom, so it's a little wonky right now. But okay, so again, my name is Ashley. I'm a P3 at the College of Pharmacy at the University of Georgia. Go Dogs. I am a part of the Delta chapter. I'm going to start with my ice cream flavor because I will forget it if I don't. I named mine, I think, Old Reliable. And the first thing that I thought when I thought about that is like, putting in some of the midnight hours I've been doing studying for some of my exams coming up. We can all use a little bit of like caffeine every now and again. So I think that my ice cream flavor would be like a base of maybe like cappuccino or coffee or such, with some sweetness to it, like caramel drizzle, some chocolate thrown in there. And it always has just enough caffeine to like get you where you need to be. So that's why I called it Old Reliable. Why I want it to be the mall, the member at large. I feel like I got a great deal of experience in like just a lot of assistance in my journey as a leader this semester by doing the Leadership Academy. And that was something that I never thought I would be. It was an opportunity I never thought I would apply for at first. But this year I was the president of a major org at my school, and something I tended to struggle with a little bit is I kept getting myself in the mentality that nobody understands what's going on with me. I don't know who to talk to kind of support me to get out of this hump, because I knew it was kind of in my head. So I applied for this Leadership Academy hoping that it would kind of give me the skills to understand others' perspectives a little bit more, so that I don't just jump to my own conclusions and just lead from there. So my hope with expanding my leadership role with member at large is to help others to learn that there's more mentorship out there than you could ever expect. There's definitely others out there who are in the same shoes as you. Just hearing other people's journeys in the Leadership Academy and seeing that they're going through the exact same thing as me and seeing how they got out of those holes, it really pushed me to want to expand my experience with leadership. Because at first I thought it was a one and done thing, that I was going to learn what I needed to learn and never want to be in mentorship again. But I really want to help advance other chapters, advance even my own chapter, in just knowing that you can always foster growth, especially with hearing others' perspectives. We always can be a better skilled version of ourselves. And I hope that if I can find myself in higher positions of sharing my experiences, that I can help drive others to want to seek the same things. So that's a little bit about why I would like to the experience of being a mall. Sorry, I know I'm stuttering a little bit, but that's it for me.
No worries. Thank you, Ashley. Awesome. Well,
Thank
I
you.
hope that you guys treat yourself to a little bit of ice cream tonight, because you definitely deserve it. And I think I've just put it in everybody's brain that they want ice cream now. So thank you for your creativity. I know I picked at your brain, your little creative brains a little bit. So thank you for your thoughts and for sharing why you want to join PLS on next year's board. So thank you to all our candidates.